Hey folks, just a quick one. This is by request from somebody who left a comment on the previous video about the sisters right before the points update. And they asked how much points was saved on the 3 rosters that I created for that video. So I'm going to do that real quick, just because I thought it was an interesting question and kind of important. So let's take a look at them. So the armored roster, which was heavy on vehicles, it had Morven Vol, and the battle suits, the Paragon war suits, did the best, went down by 170 points. The infantry roster came down by 135 points, and the melee list came down by 130 points. So, what does this tell us? Well, we came down by enough to easily get another squad in there. A full-size 10-member squad, whether you use Battle Sister, Sacrosancts, Repentia, any of them will fit with some points to spare. So you probably have a little bit at the margins also to maybe add a cheap character, or shift things around a bit and squeeze in something else. But not a completely insubstantial cut. That said, I don't think it's enough. I think we're still facing several problems. Morven Vol's fine, though Paragon Warsuits I think are fine now. Probably where they need to be. But there's still some things that need to be cut. I think first of all of the basic infantry units except for the jump pack ones, except for Seraphim and Zephyrim, which I think are also doing fine, still need additional cuts. Sisters, Dominions, Repentia, Sacrosancts, all of those things probably need to go down by about 10 points for a full squad of them. About 1 point per model, additional drop on all of those. Second of all, this doesn't really help us with the army rule. The army rule is honestly really pretty terrible right now. What I would say is it really needs, at least it needs to be reversed. If we should get the wound +1 for just being below starting and the hit for being below half, and maybe even just get both of them as soon as the unit goes below starting strength or below starting wounds. Right now it's okay for Dominions because they have ablative wounds to lose. It's okay for sister squads who also kind of do, although they can't do as much with it. But by the time you get down below to the point where you're going to get the +1 to wound, you've likely wiped the squad anyhow. So that's the second problem. That army rule just or detachment rule, I should say, needs some kind of improvement. Definitely needs some help. And third, on the cost thing, I specifically didn't mention Retributors. They are still overcosted, but by significantly more than the other infantry. Retributors are 115 now, so that puts them 5 points less than a Devastator squad, which is, at least they're not more than a Devastator squad now, but 5 points is not enough of a discount for 1 less toughness and 1 less wound per model. Yes, I realize that part of the cost is multi-meltas, but Devastators can also take multi-meltas, and they also have a better selection of weapons. In fact, there's no statistic I can think of in which Devastators are not either equal to or better than Retributors. So Retributors probably, I would say, need to come down to, I'd say about 80 points total, with Sisters at a full squad probably at 90. And then if you include multi-meltas, I could, because I do think that there needs to be either discounts for taking the baseline equipment or some kind of premium for taking the slightly better equipment, although not as large as it has been in the past. But I would probably put them at 80 points if they have heavy bolters or heavy flamers, and 100 if they have multi-meltas. I think that would be pretty reasonable. In fact, they might even still be a little overcosted there, but not nearly as badly. Because they have a hard time benefiting from the detachment rule because you can't take them in squads at 10 anymore. It's not a good situation for them. And without them, it's really, really hard to engage armored targets. The only other things you can get at range, you can get hunter-killer missiles, but they're one-shot. You can have multi-meltas on immolators, but I mean those are dedicated transport. And then you're giving up the immolation flamer, which is a great great thing to have. And you can have them on Paragon war suits, but those are still expensive, although not overcosted anymore. And they don't do as well when they're not escorting Morphin Fall. So, anyhow, I think that's what sisters need right now. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think about the situation of sisters and how they could potentially get a little more improvement, because I don't predict them having any significant improvement in win rates despite the points discount. And click the notifications bell for more great content for Wargaming, and we'll see you back real soon. Bye-bye.